Welcome to another cleaning motivation video. If you need some good old cleaning motivation, then pop this on the TV or your phone or computer, whatever device you've got, and we can clean together. Sometimes you just need to clean alongside someone else to keep you motivated and power on through, and that's what we're going to do today. Today I'm going to be starting in the living room. I may have started somewhat of a junk pile on the coffee table that ended up being moved to the floor. So I'm going to start by picking everything up, getting it off the floor, and then I will need to sort through it. I also have my new wine glasses that I picked up from Home Goods the other day that I need to unwrap, and I will hand wash those later on. I love them so much. I think the blue is just the most perfect blue. I'm going to wipe down the coffee table, the console table, and get rid of all the dust. It gets so dusty so quickly in here. If you missed my last video, then you would have missed the new little piece of furniture I have for the entryway. I have this IKEA Hemnes nightstand, I think it is, and I thrifted it for only $10, and it is perfect for the space. The little drawer in it has become Chester's kind of little accessory drawer that he can throw sunglasses, wallet, all that kind of stuff in. And it's just actually kept everything so much more neat and organized. A lot of that stuff was on the console table in the living room. And so now that's freed up and looks a lot neater. And now we just have a little space near the front door to keep all of these things. And I think it's perfect. So I'm very, very happy with it. Moving on to the dining room, I'm going to do a good clean of the floor today, so I will be taking basically all the furniture out of the dining room except the China hutch thing in the background, the coffee station, because that's too heavy. I'm going to start by cleaning off the table, but then I will take all the chairs out, the dining table, the bar cart, the plant in the corner, and I also have a stool with a box of home decor on it that really, really, really needs to be dealt with. I really need to get a rug for the dining room. I've been looking, but I just don't have my heart set on anything yet. Ever since I put the rug into the foyer, I just have this urge to fill the dining room as well. Like, I know it will make the dining room feel so much more homey and cozy and just full. And so I just really want to find a rug. I want another 7x7. It will fill this room perfectly. And I think I should get something that's washable, very similar texture to the one that's in the kitchen, because then that way if we accidentally ever drop any food, we'll be able to just throw it in the washing machine. I would love to just repurchase the one that I already have in the foyer, but I just don't think that that is the right texture for food. So I'm still hunting, and I really, really hope I find something soon. I was inspired to finally decorate the bar cart for fall. I did like one little bit a couple months ago and then I just kind of stopped, and I've been doing little changes here and there as I go. And I have the big box of fall florals in the corner of the dining room. So I just thought, you know what, let's get some. And I made a new little bunch. That's what I first started with. And then I went through and used my Windex and some paper towel to dust and clean all of the shelves of the bar cart. But then I went back to the top shelf and I made a couple of extra changes. At first I was going to keep the limes there, but then I thought, you know what, this doesn't look quite right. So I decided to grab out my pine cones and thought maybe that would work, but then decided the blue bowl was too much and I just changed it for a pumpkin and some pine cones, and I think it works really, really well. Like, I love this. Anyway, that was all for day 1 of cleaning. Day 2, I'm starting in the kitchen, and you will be so happy to know I finally have ordered a garbage can. It has been months of me trying to find one that I liked. The thing is, for a while there, I was really hunting, and a lot of them are quite expensive in my opinion, like $70 to $100, which I think is just too much for a garbage can. Like, I don't need it to be fancy. And I wanted something cheap and stainless steel, and I gave up the search because I couldn't actually find anything that was the exact size I needed. So I was going to have to settle for something that's not quite right, and I didn't want to spend a fortune on it. Anyway, I've been on TikTok and there's this thing where it's like old Target stock is being resold by an authorized seller on TikTok at very discounted prices. And I saw this garbage can the other day and it was $22 and I was like, oh my God, amazing. So I put it in my cart and then I went to go and get a picture also from this reseller because I wanted to hang it on the wall in the bedroom. And I go back to my cart and it was sold out, and I was so bummed because I was like, $22, that's like a really good price. Anyway, I was scrolling on TikTok yesterday and all of a sudden I see someone advertising it. So I click it and I check and it's back in stock. So I grabbed that and the picture, and they should be here in 3 days. Oh, and it was free shipping. So I'm super excited about it. I'm no longer gonna have this ugly open garbage bin in the corner. So many of you are just like, buy a damn garbage can. And I'm like, okay, I did it. I got one. I have these 4 new blue wine glasses I got from Home Goods last week, and I'm so happy with them. Like, these are just making me so excited. I love the color. I think it is just the most perfect blue, but I have to take all the stickers off them and wash them. The great thing about Home Goods stickers is the ones with the price tag, all you have to do is wet it just a little bit and it will just like start to dissolve the glue and it will come off very, very easily. The other ones on the side aren't the Home Goods ones. They're just like the handmade in wherever it was they were made, and they're a bit harder to get off, but I did find if I ran them under some hot water, it loosened the glue up and it made it easier. But I do have to hand wash these only, which means they won't break because I'll be very, very safe with them, and I'm just really excited to use them. One of them I did a hand wash the other night because I had already used it, and it was fun. It was just fun to have my little drink in a blue glass. This is my favorite part about cleaning the kitchen. This is one of those things that just makes everything feel really, really clean. The first one is making a bed. Second one is vacuuming the floors. And this is the third one, cleaning the cooktop and getting rid of any food. Just makes everything feel so clean. You could clean nothing else but this and it will just make a difference, I swear. I have a bit of a burnt patch on the bottom of this frying pan, so I'm going to use some baking soda and just the water, and it will scrub off pretty easily. But if you do have some burnt stuff really stuck to the bottom of a frying pan, you can actually use baking soda, water, and just boil it very gently on the stove, kind of simmer it, and that should help lift all of that stuff off. Like, baking soda is just the best for cleaning. I did try to use baking soda to get rid of these marks on the bench, but it did not work. So I think I might end up covering the bench top in like a marble contact paper and just sort of protecting the rest of it until we go to move out, because it is just a piece of wood that is painted and then sealed. It's not very durable. There's always stains on it, and I just don't want to wreck it even further. So I figure if we just contact paper it, protect it for now, it'll be fine. I also am going to use some baking soda to clean the sink as well, because it really, really needs it. Honestly, I should do a bit of a deeper clean than what I did today, and use some vinegar as well. I always find that helps. If water and baking soda isn't working, use some vinegar and it tends to really lift things. It definitely made the sink look better, but I need to do it like one more time and just do it a little bit deeper. I'm going to throw on 3 loads of washing today. I'm going to do a dark load of clothes, towels, and then also just a couple of throw blankets. For the last few washes, I was using these little pods that we got in a packet from our local supermarket. I don't know what the brand is. I've never seen them before, but I felt like they were doing nothing. I started throwing 2 pods in per wash, and the clothes didn't smell like they were clean. And so we finally went to IKEA recently, and I now have the giant tub of clothes washing liquid, which I actually really like the IKEA one. And then I'm also going to throw in some vinegar in these washes as well, because it helps neutralize the scent as well. So I'm going to do that today, and I just pour it straight down the fabric softener compartment. You don't want to pour it down where the detergent goes, because they can, I don't know, affect each other. I've never really had issues with them affecting each other, but down the fabric softener is the way to go. Moving on to the bedroom, I'm going to start by putting clothes away. Surprise, surprise. This is a bad habit, but I know I'm not the only person who does this. It's just whenever I go anywhere, I always pull out so many different pieces of clothing to try and find the most perfect outfit, and then I end up with clothes all over the floor. And I swear every video that I clean, it's mostly just me putting away clothes that I tried on and then had to run out the door and didn't have a chance to put them away. Look at my dresser. It is so beautiful. It doesn't even need to be cleaned. I'm just gonna wipe it down because everything gets dusty so quickly in here. But if you missed my last video, then you missed me going to Home Goods and getting this little desk organizer. And look at it, the jewelry. It's still so neat. Everything is hidden away, neat and organized. And this is the first time where this dresser has actually stayed neat and clean. It's been about a week, and there's no mess. And I am just now inspired to keep organizing and finding homes for all my stuff, because the lack of mess is just so nice. I'm a big fan of reusing boxes that things come in. This is a Cezanne box from my new boots, and I'm using it to store away my studio lights. It's just a really good quality box, and then I'm sticking it under the bed, and it keeps my studio lights neat and out of the way. I have just been storing them under the TV unit for the longest time, but they would always poke out and the cables would come out and it was just a mess. And so I'm really glad I now have this box, and I love that. I love reusing boxes like that. I have another one from different boots I bought last year out under the couch that's full of extra fabric and whatnot, and just such great organization boxes, especially for under couches and under beds. Every time I clean my desk, which is always a mess every single week, I was thinking about the new jewelry box and how neat and organized that is. And I just thought, you know what? I need to get the clutter off the desk. When you have products just standing around, it is never going to be organized. So I decided to empty the top drawer of the dresser, which was just socks, and fill it with all of my beauty products. My whole makeup bag can fit in there. Everything that was on my desk is going into that drawer. And I think it's just going to keep everything really, really organized. And then it will take everything off my desk. And hopefully my desk will stay more organized and just neat, because I cannot handle the mess and how piled up and just cluttered it gets every single week. And then I ended up just putting my socks into the drawer below, which has, I think, swimwear and bras. I think I'm not actually sure what is in that drawer, and I need to reorganize it. But it feels so much better in here having nothing on that corner of the desk. I should get like a cute lamp or something. I don't know where to put all of my winter boots. For now, I'm just going to leave them lined up here along the wall. I need to find some space in the closet for them. And I was just thinking too, the great thing about no longer having products on the desk is I don't have to worry about the sun hitting them. During the day, the sun shines right on that corner of the desk for probably 4 hours, maybe a bit longer in the morning. And so I have to take all the products off the plastic thing anyway and kind of push them right up against the window wall thing so that they're out of the sun. But if they're in the drawer, then I never have to worry about it. And that actually just makes things so much better. Also, after doing this part of the bedroom, the washing was done, so I'm going to hang up all of the clothes. I also threw the towels into the dryer earlier on as well, and I'm going to fold all of those and just leave them on the bed while I go and clean the bathroom, and then I can take some fresh towels to put up in the bathroom afterwards. Moving on to the bathroom. I can't remember if I told you in my last cleaning video or not, but finally got the sink unclogged. It was just pooling with water, and then the bathtub started to do it too. And I had tried everything. I had so many suggestions. I tried it all and I couldn't do it. So I had to call maintenance, and thankfully they came in. One of the guys got right under the sink. I don't know what he did, but it's fixed, and now all of our drains are flowing smoothly. Today, I was just in the mood to use baking soda for everything. We didn't have any for the longest time, and I picked some up the other day, and it is the best cleaner. There's a few marks on the bottom of the bathtub, and the spray doesn't quite get through it, so I thought I would try some baking soda. I think it made like a slight difference, maybe not perfect, but I definitely might try some vinegar with it next time as well. Also, last time I was really struggling with trying to open the toilet cleaner. I didn't know that there's like a child lock feature where you have to kind of squeeze in and pop it up. It's not just the twist. And someone told me about it, and it has changed everything. So I was finally able to actually clean the toilet properly. But then I also realized I'd forgotten to repurchase the wet wipes, because I like to use the disposable wet wipes for the toilet just because the toilet's gross. I also have my separate color coordinated gloves, and I'm just going to use some kitchen cleaner and some paper towel. I didn't want to use the bathroom cleaner because it's really heavy and it really needs water to wash off. And then of course I will wash the kitchen cleaner bottle as well, because I've been touching it with my toilet hands. I also wipe the toilet floor as well by hand. I can't get any type of vacuum or mop in there, so I clean behind the toilet by hand. And because I do this every single week, it's actually so clean behind there. It's really, really nice. And to finish up for the day, I'm just going to use my little stick mop thing. I'm not going to vacuum because I actually did this morning because I accidentally knocked over the radiator cover that's there and the dust and dirt went everywhere. So I immediately cleaned it up. So I don't need to vacuum today. I'm just going to use the mop / my hand to clean the floors and then put down fresh towels, hang up a fresh towel, and that is it. So I hope you've enjoyed hanging out today. I hope you have been motivated and managed to get some cleaning done, and I will see you very shortly.